Welcome to a leadership dialogue with a wonderful HR personality, may I say, Mr. Aruna Jayasekara. He's a group head of HR from CIC Holdings PLC. So today I'm going to have a kind of a conversation, dialogue with. Welcome, Aruna, for this discussion.
Thank you, Dr. Samantha. Happy to be here at this Global CEOs magazine. So it's good to be here after a long time.
Exactly. So on behalf of the Global CEO magazine, I am going to facilitate this discussion. So Aruna, like to begin with, may I say that you have a wonderful HR value proposition. So being a generalist HR and transformative leader in diverse industries, and you are bringing rich elements to the leadership basket. That's what I am actually keen to have a chat with you. But to begin with, would you like to say something about you, what you are doing and so on?
Yeah, I studied at Royal College. I want to become a doctor, but unfortunately I missed the medical faculty by 2 marks. Then I had so many options, but decided to go into law faculty at University of Colombo. So I studied law, and whilst the universities were closed, I did study marketing as well, CIM. So that is one change, first change from bioscience to law. Then thereafter, I joined Attorney General's Department, where I started my career for a short period of time. Then I went on to work at Ansel, starting as Ansel HR manager, and then promoted to regional HR manager, Asia Pacific, where 3 countries HR heads were reporting to me. So then I had a long career at Sampath Bank, also as a group chief executive officer, and I was the CPO for Sri Lanka Telecom. Currently, I am the group head of HR for CIC Holdings, and I have a diverse sports background. Captain University of Colombo rugby team, and vice captain vice captain of the inter-university team, and played for CRNFC under 24, where we became runners up in that particular tournament. I'm an international rugby referee. Refereed for over 20 years, long career, and currently I'm the judicial officer for the World Rugby. I'll be involved in the Sri Lanka-Korea match that is to happen on the 13th as the judicial officer as well. So I was recognized as a lifetime award I received from CIPM, where I was the gold medalist for HR Professional of the Year in 2007. So my brand, I believe, is helping individuals and the team and also the companies to grow. I think that's a variety of functions that I have been, and also the disciplines I have been involved.
Wonderful. Once again, I think that's what I mentioned, that it's a truly rich elements you are bringing into the basket. So I like to get this conversation to the next level, Aruna. No, you are always quoting the statement, this HRM is a leadership function, the leadership is a HR function. I think that would be the best way to start defining your leadership rationale model. Would you like to say something about it?
Yeah, I like the fact that it has to be leading HR rather than HR management. So I have created my own model on leadership, the 4 I's and L we call it. As a leader, we have to inspire the team, you have to influence the team, then create an innovative environment so that the team also can be challenging the processes and create an impact, and at the end creating a legacy. So that's a model that we have, I have created on the leadership. So, and also it's important, while the HR person is performing the leadership role, to ensure that there is sustainable, agile leadership pipeline created in the company as well. So we call it creating a leadership at all levels kind of culture. So that's important to see that it's a mitigating of risk as well, so that where the company will be having future leaders ready. So that's also HR function. If I go on to explain a little bit on the model, the inspire is through your values. You have to have good values like honesty and integrity, respect for people, accountability, where as a leader and also as a leader, HR professional, and also as a team of HR, that we have to ensure that we create the trust from the team. So influencing part comes in where you are creating the necessary culture of discipline culture, we call it teamwork culture, building leaders at all levels culture, learning culture, performance culture. So that's a culture that HR has to create with working with the line management to influence, where you create an environment for the team to perform. So the third part is innovation, where you have to create a culture where it's easy or it's okay to fail. It's not but however the people will not take risk, your team will not take risk if you are not trustworthy as a leader. So to challenge the process, to encourage innovation, you got to create that culture where the team will trust you. Impact is at the end, we have to, obviously at the end you have to create results. When you create the results, you have to see whether, how did you achieve those results? Did you compromise any values? Are the results are sustainable? That's important to see that review part, and how we can continuously improve and like raise the bar to the next level as we create the impact well. And when you do that, I'm sure you will be remembered and as a legend, and you leave a legacy, we call it. So that's in a very simple terms my model that I believe in and I have always practiced.
What a way to define leadership. I think 4 I's to create legacy. So that's what we are looking at. So you like to call 3 I's plus I or 4 I's to create legacy?
I would like to say 4 I's to create legacy.
Wonderful.
Impact, because at the end, the leader has to create the results as well.
So no results, no leadership.
Yes, and also when you don't achieve the results, it is important that you review and come back strongly to achieve the next time's results, and take the accountability that you are responsible and not your team when you don't achieve the results as well. So that's also good leadership.
Aruna, from that 4 I's to create legacy point of view, if I take further dwell on what you are saying, that now we are facilitating this discussion in the context of Global CEO magazine. So the most of CEOs love to pick some key ideas. You are a strong advocate in like articulation of this leadership legacy. I'm sure all the CEOs, top end corporate heads would love to like explore further on that idea. Would you like to elaborate a little bit? What do you mean by this leadership legacy?
Yeah, it's having the end in mind, how you want to be remembered as a CEO, and what is your contribution to make it a better place than where you inherited it. So, as a CEO, it is important that you have a successor ready. That shows that you are not insecure, that you are happy to have a successor ready, and that you can move on as well. So that's your leadership plan. So as a legend, as you will be remembered how trustworthy you were and what are the values that you had and how you did touch your team. It's not only the money part of it, it's just that how you help to grow others. So before you becoming a CEO, it's all about improving yourself and your leadership. After becoming a CEO, it's important that you give that opportunity and help others to grow. So that's very important. And also, when you have as a CEO, when you leave, you have to ensure that the results will continue. So the results that you have achieved is sustainable and that the successor is ready. So that's the legacy that I believe as a CEO you need to be aware of.
So at the end of the day, you should be remembered.
Yes, you should be remembered. I want to add another point. As a CEO,
Okay,
you make
okay.
very difficult decisions, very sensitive decisions. So one of the things that will be important as a CEO how you will be remembered on decision making. So when you are making decisions, very important to consider all the information and facts before making a decision. Then whether you are taking that decision out of fear for your own safety. The third one is that you are not going to get a personal advantage of this particular decision that you are making. And the fourth one is that you are trying not to discriminate or favor anybody out of this decision. So those are the things that will be remembered by people when you did take difficult decisions, crisis situation decisions. So that is very important. These CEOs making those decisions, because at the top you have to make very difficult and very sensitive decisions.
Excellent for those, I think, additional points that you have stressed on, right. Aruna, going back to your original introduction under your value proposition, you have a strong backing in, I think, 2 decades plus experience in sports and referee domain. That has a direct impact to the leadership inspiration. I think this is a very important area in the current context, more than any time like else. Like, what is your take on that?
Yeah, sports build your character, and definitely you can handle pressure, which is happening in the corporate environment as well. You become confident, you become a good team player, you're disciplined. So those attributes you will bring it from sports life. But from refereeing, I would like to say that as a referee, the expectations of the players is that you will make consistent decisions, that your decisions are consistent. You will make it fair for the team. You will not get any personal advantage out of making a decision, and no, you don't make a decision out of fear. Sometimes because of the crowd pressure or different other reasons, sometimes the referees can make wrong decisions out of fear. You can't be a referee to be liked. Sometimes people don't like when you go and referee and when this team is not winning the match. But as long as you do the right thing, people will respect. So as a HR professional also, and also as a leader, that is something that I have practiced throughout my career in my working life as well. So that has worked well. I believe that's a legacy that I have left in the organizations that I work for.
Arun, in the same light, like I remember once you shared a point, in case we are getting late for any event, like how the impact of that could be on the other members of the team and so on. So therefore, always I am like recalling that Aruna said this point that is phenomenal. Would you like to share? I think
yeah. I mean, I would have refereed maybe over 600, 700 matches. Every match I have refereed for 20 years. I have ensured that I am there at the match at least half an hour before. So that allows you to have the mental preparation, physical preparation. You do your fitness, you talk to the teams, talk to the captains. So that's the preparation. So in work also, it's important that you have that discipline of working on time. So that you start off well when you're confident, you're prepared. So you just go and have to perform. So in corporate life also, that's a very important area that we have to have.
I think that's a fascinating point, Aruna, because last minute entry and we just say extending our apologies and trying to run the show is not appropriate in that sense, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Aruna, with the time factor, we'll allow to take this conversation unfolding for some time, but since in this context, like I want to come to your final thoughts. Now, always you are highlighting this point of discovering ourselves to find our leadership gift to serve others. I think you are very strongly advocating that idea to serve others through our leadership domain. I think that's one fine way for us to take this dialogue to a kind of a destination. Would you like to build on this idea?
Oh, yes. I think the world or the nature provides us many things free. Oxygen, the temperature. Your parents have provided you with knowledge, the school teachers. So there is a debt for you to repay. I believe when you're at your best as a human being, when you're repaying that debt. So that's very important. that when you're in a leadership role also, as a leader, you get to touch the lives of many others. So you create an impact on those lives of others. So it's important that you give those gifts of you to the others as a leader. So that's humanity as the best, where you're doing your best to the country, and also so that the legacy that you did, rather than being money oriented all the time, profit oriented, which is also important, but it's important to see how you help others to grow, how you help and touch others as well, others' lives, so that as a leader you will be remembered as you leave the organization.
So Aruna, may I say that let's place not a full stop but a comma for this conversation. I think we can take this conversation to the next level of leadership dialogue. I thoroughly enjoyed your impactful leadership insights are really putting some sparks. Always you highlight that fact. I'm sure our audience would get quite a number of key insights out of this conversation. Aruna, let's continue this. And by the way, may I take this on behalf of Global CEO Magazine to wish you all the best for you, all the current endeavors as well as future endeavors. All the best, Aruna.
Thank you, Dr. Samantha. Thank you.